Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in last lecture we did up till question number 7. Let's continue with question number 8. Question number 8 says we have a linear equation y is equal to 2 minus of x cuts the curve, that is a quadratic equation 5x square minus y square is equal to 20. So we need to find the two intersecting points. Let's start. Y is given to be 2 minus of x, equation number 1, and we get a quadratic equation that is 5x square minus y square is equal to 20, that is equation number 2. Alright, so we can substitute value of y directly in equation number 2. So substituting y or we can say substituting 1 and 2, we get 5x square minus of 2 minus x whole square is equal to 20, right? 5x square minus, we open this whole square, we get 4 plus of x square minus 4x is equal to 20. Now opening this bracket, we get 5x square minus 4 minus x square and plus of 4x minus of 20, we bring this 20 to left hand side, is equal to 0. 4x square plus of 4x and minus of 24 is equal to 0. We can take 4 common, we get x square plus x minus of 6 is equal to 0. So we can split this middle term, product is negative 6, sum is 1, that is x square plus 3x minus 2x minus 6 is equal to 0. We can take x common, we get x plus of 3, we can take negative 2 common, x plus of 3 is equal to 0, x plus of 3 and x minus of 2 is equal to 0. So from here we get x is equal to negative 3 or x is equal to 2. So we get two values for x. If we substitute back these two values back in equation number 1, we can get values for y. Alright. So if I substitute x is equal to negative 3, what I will get is y is equal to 2 minus of minus 3, that is y is equal to 5, right? And we get our coordinate, that is negative 3 comma 5, and second value is x is equal to 2. So if I substitute that, we get y is equal to 0, that is we get a coordinate 2 comma 0, right? So now what I need is, let us mark this as point number A. So A is negative 3 comma 5, and let us mark B as 2 comma 0. We now, the part number B says we need to find the length between A and B. So let's complete that. So length between A and B. So length of AB, that is we can use distance formula over here. So distance formula is x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Alright, so this is our distance formula. So we get root of 2 minus of minus 3 whole square plus 0 minus of 5 whole square, that is root of 5 square plus 5 square, that is root of 25 plus 25, that gives us 5 root of 2. This is our distance AB. So I hope it is clear. Let's continue. Alright, so question number 9 says line 2x plus 5y plus 1 meets the curve is given over here at point A and B. You need to find the coordinates of point A and B and the midpoint of line AB. Almost similar type of question. Let's start. So 2x plus 5y is equal to 1 is our equation number 1, and we are given x square plus 5xy minus 4y square plus 10 is equal to 0 is our equation number 2. The coordinates of point A and B, we need to find that. So we can start from equation number 1. So from 1 we can say x is equal to 1 minus 5y by 2. We can mark this equation as 3. So substituting equation number 3 in 2, substituting equation number 3 in 2, we get 1 minus 5y by 2 whole square plus 5 times 1 minus 5y by 2 times y and minus 4 times y square and plus of 10 is equal to 0. Alright, let's open this whole square. So it will become 1 plus 25y square minus of 10y by 4 plus 5 times you can write it as 5y minus 25y square by 2 and minus 4y square plus 10 is equal to 0. We can take LCM as 4, so it becomes 4. 1 plus 25y square minus 10y and plus of 10y minus of 50y square minus of 16y square plus of 40 is equal to 0. This 4 goes to the right hand side and becomes 0. Now just adding the whole square terms, that is y squares over here. So if we add these, we get negative 25 from here, adding 25 and negative 50 and negative 16. That gives us negative of 41 y square, right? Because we get 25 from here plus 16, that is 41. So negative 41 y square, and y's get cancelled out, so no y's, and plus of 41 is equal to 0. So from here we get 41 y, we can take negative 41 common, we get y square minus of 1 is equal to 0. So this negative 41 goes to the other side, gets cancelled out. We get y square minus 1 square is equal to 0. So from here we can form two factors of this equation, that is y square, we can form y plus of 1 and y minus of 1, because it's similar to a square minus b square, which is a plus of b and a minus of b is equal to 0. So from here we get y is equal to negative 1 or y is equal to 1. And taking equation number 3, we can find the value of x from here, and that is x is equal to for y is equal to negative 1, x is equal to 1 plus of 5 by 2, that is equal to 3. And for y is equal to 1, we get x is equal to minus 4 upon 2, that is minus of 2. So the two coordinates are 3 comma minus 1, and we get negative 2 comma 1. So these are the two coordinates. Now what the question part number B is saying, we need to find the midpoint of these two. So midpoint formula is, we can say that midpoints, we can mark it as x1 comma y1 and x2 comma y2. So we can say x1 comma y1 is 3 comma negative 1, x2 comma y2 is negative 2 comma 1. So midpoints are x comma y, where x is equal to x2 plus x1 by 2, and y is equal to y2 plus y1 by 2. So we'll substitute the values of x1 and x2 and y1 and y2 and get the coordinates for the midpoint. Substituting x2, that is negative 2 plus of 3 by 2, y, that is 1 plus of minus 1 by 2. So x we get 0.5 and y we get as 0. So the coordinate of midpoints are 1 by 2, that is half, and 0. So these are the coordinates of midpoint. Alright, let's move forward. Okay, question number 10. So this question says the line 7x plus 2y is equal to negative 20 intersect the curve is given over here at the point A and B. Find the length of line AB. So again we need to find the coordinates of AB and we need to calculate the distance between the 2 points A and B. Alright, let's start. So 7x plus 2y is equal to negative 20 is our linear equation, equation number 1, and x square plus y square plus 4x plus of 6y minus of 40 is a quadratic equation, which is equation number 2. So from equation number 1 we can say that 2y is equal to negative 20 minus 7x, y is equal to negative 20 minus 7x by 2. We can substitute this, we can mark it as equation number 3, and substituting 3 in 2. So substituting equation number 3 in equation number 2, we are substituting value of y. So x square plus of minus 20 minus 7x by 2 whole square, and plus 4x plus 6 times negative 20 negative 7x by 2 and minus of 40 is equal to 0. So we need to solve it very carefully. We can either take negative sign common and then simplify it in whole square. So if I take negative common, both the values become positive, and square of negative is positive. So I can also do that way, or I will square them individually, and when they will multiply into AB, that time also they will get positive. So it means I will get all the three terms positive in this whole square. So x square plus 49x square plus 400 plus 2 times 20, that is 40, and 4 times 7 is 28. So 280x divided by 4 plus 4x, and 2 cancels out 6, that gives us 3. So negative 60 negative 21x negative 40 is equal to 0. Right, now I can take LCM over here. 4x square plus 49x square plus 400 plus 280x plus 16x minus 6 was a 24. So 240 minus of 84x minus of 160 is equal to 0 all divided by 4. I hope it is clear. Now we'll simplify it, and upon simplifying we can add the x squares together. So adding these gives us, if I add the constants, that is 400 minus 240 160 and minus 160, that gives us 0 is equal to 0. So I can take x common, and I can also take 53 common from here. I get x plus of 4 is equal to 0. So this 53 becomes 0 I just get x is equal to 0 or x is equal to -4. So one coordinate of x is 0 and another coordinate is -4. So from equation number 3, I can find the values of y. So my y when x is 0 will become y is equal to, if I substitute 0 here, I'm getting negative of 5, no, sorry, negative of 10. And if I substitute x as -4, so x is equal to -4. So my y becomes -20 and negative positive 28. So it becomes 8 by 2. That is 4. So my coordinates are 0, -10 and -4, 4. I hope it is clear. Now find the distance between A and B. So let's mark it as A and B. So AB is equal to root of, you can mark it as x1, y1, x2, y2. So x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So that gives us root of x2 is -4 minus 0 whole square plus y2 is 4 minus of -10 whole square. So from here we get 4 4 is 16, negative gets cancelled out in whole square, plus now we have negative of -10, that is 10. 10 plus 4 is 14 and square of 14 is 196. 196 plus 16 is 112. 212 and root of that. So root of 212, root of 4 times 53, right? And we can bring 4 out, so it becomes 2 root of 53. So this is our distance between the points A and B, which are the two intersecting points of this line and this given curve. I hope it is clear. Let's move forward. All right. So now we have one linear equation, the line this cuts given curve, quadratic equation this at point A and B. Find the equation and perpendicular bisector of the line. Okay. We are given that 7y minus x is equal to 25, right? We can mark it as equation number 1. X square plus y square is equal to 25. We can mark it as equation number 2, right? So from equation number 1, we can say that x is equal to 7y minus of 25. We can say it as equation number 3. So substituting equation number 3 in equation number 2. So if we substitute equation number 3 in equation number 2, we get whole square of 7y minus 25 plus y square is equal to 25, right? So this is the whole square. We are substituting the value of x over here. We get 49y square minus of 625, plus of 625 minus of 50 times 7 is 350 y plus y square is equal to 25. We'll bring everything to the left hand side. We get 50y square minus 350y and plus of 600 is equal to 0. We can take 50 common, we get y square minus 7y plus of 12 is equal to 0. This negative 7y can be split into two middle terms, that are negative 3y and negative of 4y plus of 12 is equal to 0. We can take y common, y minus of 3 minus 4 common, y minus of 3 is equal to 0. So y minus 3, y minus 4 is equal to 0. So from here we get y is equal to 3 and y is equal to 4. So two values for y. If I substitute that in the third equation, alright, so I substitute it over here. So for y is equal to 3, I get x is equal to 7 times 3, 21 minus 25. So x is equal to negative 4. And if I substitute y is equal to 4, I get x is equal to 7 4 is 28 minus 25, so 3. So my one coordinate is x negative 4 and 3, and my other coordinate is 3 comma 4. I hope it is clear. So now what we want is we need to find the perpendicular bisector of the line AB, right? We got the coordinates of point AB, so with the help of that we will try and find a perpendicular bisector. So A is equal to negative 4 comma 3 and B is equal to 3 comma 4. So these are the two coordinates. Now for perpendicular bisector, so if this is a line AB, we need to find perpendicular bisector. So for perpendicular bisector, first of all we need to find this point, that is C, which is a midpoint of these two points A and B, as well as we need to find the gradient for AB, and if this is we need to find the gradient for the perpendicular line for AB. So we'll try and find these two things, and then we can find the equation of line C and D. All right, or the perpendicular bisector. Let's try and find all these things. So first of all, point C. C is equal to negative. So let's mark it as x comma y. So C is x comma y. So x is equal to minus 4 plus of 3 by 2, and y is equal to 3 plus of 4 by 2. So this is x becomes negative 1 by 2 and y becomes 7 by 2. So these are the two values of x and y. So we get it over here, and let's find the gradient of AB. So gradient of AB is, so if I say AB are these 2 points, so gradient of AB is equal to, if I say this as x1 comma y1 and this as x2 comma y2, so gradient is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So why it is like that? Because if I take this is line AB, so if this is A, this is B, now what I will say, this is, let's say, point K. So if this is x1 comma y1 and this is x2 comma y2, this particular point will become x2 comma y1. So what is gradient? It's basically y, distance of y upon distance of x. So that is what we are finding, and that the formula is, so y2 minus with y1 over, so this particular distance is x2 minus x1, so it's perpendicular upon base, and that is what the gradient is. All right, let's continue. So gradient we are getting, gradient of AB is equal to y2, that is 4 minus 3, and 3 minus of minus 4, this gives us 1 over 7, right? So we got the gradient, we got the midpoint. So the equation of the line is y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. So y1 and x1 are the point from which the line is passing. So that particular point is over here. So x is 1 by 2 and y is 7 by 2. So we'll take these two. We'll say this is x1 and this is y1. So we'll substitute it over here. We get y minus of y1, that is 7 by 2, is equal to gradient. But this gradient was of line AB. We need to find gradient of line this perpendicular to AB. So that will be uh, negative 1 over m. So the gradient of two perpendicular line, if one is n and one is n, so if one is m, one is n, is equal to negative 1. So if I need to find gradient of n, that is negative 1 over m. That what I did is equal to x minus x1 is minus of 1 by 2. So I'll substitute it and we'll find the equation, that is y minus 7 by 2 is equal to negative 1 over, now the gradient value was 1 over 7. So that means 1 over 7 times x minus, so minus minus plus y by 1 by 2. So it becomes y minus 7 by 2 is equal to negative 7x minus 1 x plus 1 by 2. So we'll multiply both the sides by 2. So for that we get 2y minus of 7 is equal to minus 7 uh, times 2x and minus of 7. So this gives us 2y minus 7 and is equal to minus 14x minus of 7. So we'll bring everything one to one hand side. We get 14x and plus 2y is equal to 0. 7x plus y is equal to 0. So this is our equation of line which is perpendicular to line AB. I hope it is clear. Alright, let's continue. A straight line y is equal to x plus 1 intersects the curve x square minus y is equal to 5 at point A and B. So these are the two intersecting points. A lies below the x-axis and point P lies on AB. Okay, so we are given a brief idea that A lies below the x-axis. That means y will be negative for A, such that the ratio AP is to PB is 4 is to 1. We need to find the coordinate for P. Very easy question. Let's start. Equation number 1, y is equal to x plus 1, and equation number 2, x square minus y is equal to 5. This is equation number 2. So substituting equation number 1 in equation number 2, we get x square minus of x plus of 1 is equal to 5, right? X square minus x minus 1 is equal to 5. Now from here we will get x square minus x minus of 1 minus of 5 is equal to 0. X square minus x minus of 6 is equal to 0. Alright, so we'll split this middle term into two numbers whose product is negative 6 and sum is negative 1. Those can be minus 3x plus of 2x minus of 6 is equal to 0. Taking x common, x minus of 3, taking 2 common, x minus of 3 is equal to 0. X minus 3 and x plus 2 is equal to 0. X is equal to 3 or x is equal to negative of 2. These are the two values for x. And if I substitute these two values in equation number 1, I can get my values of y. Those are, for x is equal to 3, y is equal to 4, and the second coordinates are, if x is equal to -2, y is equal to negative of 1. And if I note, according to my question, point A lies below x-axis, so that will be this. So A is -2 comma -1 and B is 3 comma 4. So these are the 2 points A and B. Now what we need to find is, we need to find the point P such that A, B, and we need to find point P such that the ratio between AP and PB is 4:1, somewhere over here. So A is -2 comma -1 and B is 3 comma 4. We need to find point P, which is x comma y, and the ratios are 4:1. So we'll use section formula over here. Section formula tells us that x is equal to, now if I write it journally, I'll get 1 point x1 comma y1, another point x2 comma y2, and if this is a point that we are finding, x comma y, and ratios are m:n. So section formula tells us that x is equal to m times x2 plus n times x1 by m plus n, and y is equal to my2 plus ny1 by m plus n. So if I use this formula over here, I'll get, now x will be equal to m, which is 4 times 3, 4 times 3 plus 1 times -2 by 4 plus 1, which is 5, and y is equal to 4 times 4 plus -1 times, sorry, not -1, it's 1 times -1 divided by 5. This gives us 12 minus 2 by 5 and 16 minus 1 by 5. So we get x as 2 and y as 3. So these are the values for x and y, and the point P is 2 comma 3. All right, let's continue. All right, let's continue. Okay, so this question says line x minus 2y is equal to 1 intersect the curve x plus y square is equal to 9 at 2 points A and B. Find the equation of the perpendicular bisector of line AB. Very easy question. So we have one equation, that is linear equation, x minus 2y is equal to 1. Question number 1. Second equation is x plus y square is equal to 9. Right? So from equation number 1, I can say that x is equal to 1 plus of 2y. You can mark it as 3. Substituting 3 and 2, we can get 1 plus 2y plus y square minus 9 is equal to 0. So from here we can get y square plus 2y minus of 8 is equal to 0. Right? So now if I split this middle term, I can get y square plus 4y minus 2y minus 8 is equal to 0. Why? Y plus of 4 and minus 2 y plus of 4 is equal to 0. We get y plus of 4 and y minus of 2 is equal to 0. So from here we get y is equal to -4 and y is equal to 2. These are the two values of y. If I substitute these back in equation number 3, I can get my answers for x. So if y is equal to -4, substituting it in equation number 3, I will get x is equal to 1 minus of 8, so x is equal to minus of 7. And if I substitute y is equal to 2, I substitute this in equation number 3, I get x is equal to 1 plus of 4, x is equal to 5. Alright, so these are the values for my x and y. What I need to find is perpendicular bisector, right? So for perpendicular bisector, first of all, my coordinates a is -7 comma -4 and b is 5 comma 2. So these are the coordinates of a and b. I need to find the midpoint for these 2 points. So if this is a, this is b, I need to find the midpoint, that is x comma y. Let's mark it as c. And I also need to find the gradient of AB, and I need to do negative reciprocal of that. So first of all, x is equal to -7 plus 5 by 2, and y is equal to -4 plus 2 by 2. So x becomes -1 and y becomes -1. So my coordinate of C are -1 comma 1. And gradient, so gradient for AB, gradient of AB is equal to y2 minus y1, so 2 minus of -4 over x2 minus x1, 5 minus of -7. That will give us 2 plus of 4 and 5 plus of 7, that is 6 by 12, 1 by 2. Now I need to find gradient for perpendicular of AB. So gradient for perpendicular of AB, that will be -1 over 1 by 2, that is minus of 2. So to find the equation of perpendicular bisector, so equation will be uh, y minus of point C y1 is equal to m times x minus of x1. So my point was -1 and -1. Yeah, -1 and -1. And I will substitute these points over here, and m I will use as -2. So y journal point minus -1 is equal to -2 x minus -1. So y plus of 1 is equal to -2 x plus of 1. So y plus 1 is equal to -2x, negative of 2. So from here I get 2x plus y plus of 3 is equal to 0. So this is my journal equation. All right, let's move forward. Okay, question number 14, part number A. Split 10 into two parts so that the difference between the squares of the part is 60. Split 10 into two parts so that the difference between the square of two parts is 60. So let us suppose that two numbers are x and y, right? So if I split this 10 into two parts, I can write as x plus y is equal to 10. So two parts are x and y. And difference of square of these two parts, it means square of x minus square of y is equal to 60. I got two equations. One is linear equation and second is quadratic equation. From here, I can find x is equal to 10 minus of y, equation number 3. So this is from 1, and I can substitute. So substituting 3 in 2, I will get 10 minus of y minus y square of this, and minus y square is equal to 60. So if I open this whole square, I get 100 plus y square minus 20y minus y square is equal to 60. y square gets cancelled out. I get negative 20 and plus 100 minus 60 is equal to 0. This gives us negative 20y. So y is negative 20y is equal to negative of 40. So I get y is equal to 2. So if I get y as 2, I will substitute that and I will get a value of x. So if y is 2, x will be 8. Y is equal to 2, x is equal to 8. Alright, so these are the two numbers, and B part says that split n into two parts so that the difference between the square of the parts is d. So B part, so I'll split n into two parts. So let's two parts be x and y. So I'm splitting n into two parts, and square difference of square of two parts is d. Let it be equation number 2. So I will continue this. I will substituting not right now. First I will take from equation 1. From 1 I can say x is equal to n minus of y. I can mark it as equation number 3, and now I can substitute equation number 3 and equation number 2. So from here I will get n minus of y whole square minus y square is equal to d. So if I open this whole square, I will get n square plus y square minus of 2ny minus y square is equal to d. So from here I get n square minus 2ny and minus of d is equal to 0, right? So I need to find the value of y. So I'll take everything to the right hand side. I get uh, y is equal to, or I can write it as 2ny is equal to n square minus of d, and y is equal to n square minus d by 2n, right? So this is uh, value of y. So from here I can write it as y is equal to n by 2 minus d by 2n. So this is value of y. If I substitute it in equation number 3, I will get my value for x. So if I substitute it over here, my value of x will be n minus n by 2 plus d by 2n. So that will leave us x is equal to n by 2 plus d by 2n. So these are the values of x and y. So x is over here and this is the value for y. I hope it is clear. You understood this. All right, that's enough for today. We'll meet in next lecture. All right, take care.